when you're 9 and want to be in school, when you're 13 and want to be in school, intakola wa school when you're 15, 18 now, anka on more so school no. Na wakati refie because yankasa as a mind, ya introduce artificial cut-off pointer. Ya de tin kola ni bi free o, isa ne school adan yo ho no endorse so. And I feel so. Omo kura omo qualify omo betumi akono so. Sika omo betua no bebre na enibi. And yet we had a government that was there then at the time that could not be bothered. Could not care less. 2012, Nane Kufa the sign by BM, because I still yes, you developing a human resource you. And very cool. Oh, your mind when developing a human resource, one man mebu and to me and school. A bedu baby no, a be quitty wankasa. Mohena Montoba mame. Ghana for MDC for them tro getting kitty, Casadent getting kitty to tomorrow say a brown, sa any a twaba momo. A bra or man penny that Mahama Bay or man penny from the year 2013. In fact, I'll catch a years already or a spare driver or say or a spare driver ma Professor Mills. He said Professor Mills knew what they are. Your man be main driver. Okay, debate. I hear debate. I say okay. Your man be main driver. Now omboa or mine. For each of the years obey your man penny no. O jagana forma omu niska etinefie. No mesika forma no mo betumi tuyanko akọ school. As one boa me onye ni ba. Na me so me ntumi anko school den mu bia. Beye den na metumi atwe me ho afie onyemu na metumi aboa nchimba e wo me fie. He couldn't be bothered. In fact, at the time Nana Danko Ekufuado promise say oba or the Free City High School near the bebano na NDC for Ekasetia. Fellows Kwacho Fosu or say Nanado's SHS policy is fraud. Ene ewie oti radio so Mahamanede free SHS buy Mahamanede buy why Mahamanede ade na wo say a fraud ne buy free SHS na wo say a fraud Mahamanede buy or say a member of the NDC communications team Felix Koshov Fosu Akwache is asking Ghanaians not to buy into Nana Ekufuado's manifesto promise to make education at senior high school free, saying the policy is misleading and fraught with misdiagnosis. Some brand name for policy require yenyama policy name ye yenyamba abemu krayo a idea kakana Nana Danko Ekufuado de abano. Some brand no crown or be catch a Ghana for say mamun TMP for I don't know can fraud and trunk one crazy Felix Kwacho Fosu. NDC education minister no wo at that time. E catch a Ghana for nyina or say free SHS is vision impossible. Minister or yeah education minister. The Minister of Education says the opposition MPP is building castles in the air with its promise of free senior high school education. Lee Okran insists the policy would have been implemented a long time ago by Ghana's first president, Dr. Nkrumah, if the policy was achievable. Lee Okran, no young minister for education. At the time, Anna, SSO Buane and Matumiko school, in here from Matumiko Bino, NDC minister, no, EBN, no, a catch a Ghana for you, say, MPP for vision, some of the free SHS Bebano, a impossible, a deal be a bit to me, Empo, a baby a bind be to me, and Kakwame Nkrumah, ye. Now, as I say, Kwame Nkrumah to me, yenti, and ya dear bind be a bit to me. This is the NDC. The same NDC, and I say, Omunomode free SHS by. Free SHS is most ridiculous of all promises in Ghana's history. Harry Naidusu. December 2012. I say free SHS na Nanado air promise no so the bebano. Or dream one tia say, ohun a baby a wom, oni baby Nanado kofa asa adwene free e. Nti Ghana for enye dey embongu. Sam brena omokeka sanyama we nyina ekutia free SHS a omokeka sanyama we nyina no. Na nkola ebre e wo classroom. Baze na beba ha no. Mama yentie ebi eto de bia meka wo. Se mede meka nsam ne sa mo ahwa na mo fi se eye me na meka madwen. Enti ansa na ebeba de aka no so no. Mama yentie videos ye didi sui. Yentie de ampenin for the kai. Me se de kai. Mumbo Felix Kwacho Fosu nsem o ka fa free senior high school no. Mundi kan mo no mama.
For me, it is nothing short of a vote buying gimmick. That free SHS policy. It does not make sense one bit.
Then you say everybody should go to school for free, eat free, no fees. Parents, you don't pay anything. Even the students to come and eat for free. Mention be that. The day I heard it, I saw welcome to the communist utopia. That is it. Even the Soviet Union didn't try such thing.
When today you are hearing Nana Akufo-Addo and the MPP going all over the country shouting free SHS, free SHS, free SHS. That is what you call all lie be lie.
Party of impossibilities. NDC for Omadrin, I don't know. Be no Aboagye na my omudo mjidi se be yeda. To the extent that fellas kwacho for so no nam radio one station to the other. A different in the boss is not the free SHS by no. A be na no kai say the free SHS is nothing but the political gimmick. It doesn't make sense one bit. The West no. What's not TV so a catch a Ghana for you and say ade na ye ka say it doesn't make sense one bit. Now nyansa bi anim adwin bi anim sa free SHS le keka no. Na a political gimmick, a de bi a ye Canada abeji vote keke. Minister for Education, Leo Kran, a be na not TV so catch a Ghana for you and say the eka na di agro keke yedim de eka. And ye feasible. Obe dey free SHS. Na Soviet Union crying to me a free SHS. Ah, then another kano say Ghana ni bia akola abefa ne bag no akọ secondary school. Ah, na eda fam busa sanka ya dada. That is what the Minister for Education ese so boa Ghana for na yetumi enya obi eba eco school no. That was the thinking, and that is what he said about the Free Senior High School. General Secretary of the NDC, the General Secretary of the NDC, Fifi Kwete, a Gina TV so a fair press conference. A catch a Ghana for nyina say, "Sana na do promise na all member say, Montu Abama no may free SHS no. Eye entro na eye all lie be lie policy. Eye entro kontompo policy. Enya de beba so ene, e beba so echina. This is the very first time in anybody's life I hear say, Abayo ti akonwa so, etumi ekotia opposition party policy idea. Say no poto everyone minus say no poto like they did with the Free Senior High School policy. Now, and check and the nyanti as you say anti say videos we buy who TV so news we buy who TV so nyina newspapers publishing nyina ekutia Free SSS nyina say NDC for na etua hoka yentie dia yewura kwaku ba ko kan say NDC for na a sponsor advert editia Free SHS promise Nanado was given at that time. You should video wait here on Embra.
NDC for was a one person free education, free SHS. No, what you adverts were from a company, some civil society group, and adverts now way in your baby. I know what you scanning fiber. Peace FM winning. It was a yes, a presidential staffer. Who was the one, the cash man? Hey. And official, yeah, then the pocket money.
No, sponsor those adverts.
Yeah, yes. What do 1 or 2 buy me paper? It will try. It will receipt in the BBR invoice him. That's why I know. Church mercy. Yeah, they paid. They had to pay. My boys were uncomfortable using them. So come on, go ahead, use it. They're a business.
Enti Free Senior High School now. Former President Mahama to me jina yenim kache yen say ono de ba yedo say na otua newspapers etua TV stations e ma mo ye advert tia policy no say de be Ghana for NTA no mato abeti na Dankwa Akufo-Addo mo me hear some of the adverts omo ye tia Free in fact omo acting movies nyina edit tia Free Senior School mo me hear advert de ba ko sisi anembra
Yeah, I mean, everyone so Free Senior High School now with me variable. If I try to pray, woman is fair. You need enough classrooms, you need enough dormitories, you need enough teachers, you need enough science resources. To me, part show. It's me,
Headmistress, but what kind of sad I mean, free senior high school, I have one with the road TV so radio see. And you said, you're okay, better than your my sweating up.
Ghana man, associated here, and son of idea fata. Or my Ghana ever die SHS free. While Brian near my among women, it's Timu.
I'm paying for say. In summer, I had a pin, I am in Ukraine. So, when you Valanda, a better with me, I do. I feel wait yet.
Wait till I go to on my Ghana man. Now you say at Tumufu, someone to Maba and Farmer, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, and then the NDC. Now, I'm on to a better Ghana agenda. There is a better Ghana agenda. Every ACC dormitories, classroom blocks, dining halls, science resource centers, computer laboratories, and then you have to come one among women here at Timu, never Ghana.
A real sempa and yet, hono. Now, we are awful, and now we are ba. We are more we be out if ye, and you may watch next chapter show. Now, we share our advert here. NDC as a political party, it to me, yeah. Every H crack I say vote for John Dramani Mahama for better Ghana. Now, better Ghana, no NSA. And Nani Eja Afaneba. Edina ko secondary school, some of the school. Now, my year drama. Now, headmistress, ne catch and colane say, ye ni school dying. Ye ni dormitory block out with them. Into Kofi. And my papa no crabs say, ah, now free senior high school, I won't come once a me. Someone ni school dying dormitory block, ye mba de akobia. NDC4, as a momoka, and say, ye de here, I say, de afata. Enti, say, almost see Ghana high school dying in ye. And see dormitory block in ye. Ghana phone call a day. Ye cost your bathroom, a bimuko square, best sign, no more coffee. The bisound, wine bar, and a air trefie, and a wine bar, and a echo school. And a manunti, and a drew baby no. When here former, and Nisika former, and to me in your school down quite antrano. Because here quiet placement, near your admission, or here ni bar, or take kukua, a chihono, a bear day, no Nisika ni babe pre or presec. A bear day would to be a betramun kind. Aqua Kepkos, Aqua Pre were Wesley girls in front of Pim school. So it was a class system in the creating an education system. This is the most absurd advert. I will say any political party be here. And you have a papa. Say political party. It to me advert be say catch a gun and say ye any school dying. Ye any dormitory block into Fabanako. Into wine bar in a woody say ye pray a konya bako ebe to me at naso. Wine bar, and then can't live here, and a wine bar, and an enco school. And your advert won't come on you. Your advert waiting a year, almost also cockra demonstration science yaso. A charnum, it's your free senior high school. When I heard demonstration, it's your one embra. Na Sambrea na NDC for no supporters nam krom demonstration march free education 419 free education 419 ekra placards etumi de akukudro kache Ghana for say monto abeti na nado na free education on can possible enkroma crane to be here Soviet Union crane to be here obia ntumi here anke etumi yanka yadada endafem na wakofa intimuntu abenti MPP Sambre no na wase candidates sacked from exam hall over unpaid fees April 2015 omoye advert say ento abenti free senior high school no na Ghana former ye pamo mufi classroom Sambre no na results of 51,000 fee owing wase candidate blocked nkola oma exam say we are omo deka 20th August 2016 na akabe 4 months dey ekotoba 2016 now also not the free SHS abada no Sambre no na nkola 51,000 edeka ema ya block up wase and so Sambre na mu no so the free senior high school aba nyame ncha de yene nemu a ena nyame adaroma yebenya na nado danko ekufuado ohwe nkola ye block your resource nkola ye pamo mu fi exams for na imagine ebia me de mehu bida say wo de school fees ka wo ya akola na wo classroom na de school fees ka na wo de bia ye be pamo school fees a wo din ka ho ye ba classroom bia na ye be pamo school fees a wo din ka ho. It kills the confidence of the child. It demeans the child in the eyes of his colleagues. Or losing his self-pride. And yin attention if he additions. It affects the persona. The performance in class is affected. Because the biao de back class be pamo e body. Enough for say omo. Ayonko for church omo. Enti enya de papa say oba e school fees ka. Enya de papa say oba eti exams or trade exams near pamono. Just imagine. Now, yeah, your core school, yeah, near your school fees are your school. We know. So what exams for near pamono? I'm quite a name Aboagye. Enti me kaipa 3063 me index na mano. Number 3 because of AB inti bakotia da mete 3. Na yabe pamon ni ese sori kona kope school fees bra. Afi na ukojira bonti ni teacher aka na mahihye. Udemika wo court beza ho na wakache beza se mesrewo. Wo de mami trace up wi am abehwe na beza a consider. Eto de bi o mo asani undertaking. Na osamba betrase a wo ba no na obi ehwe wo. Oba dey trace exams. Na sa wan yo lucky na se beza ma okwan ma metena se dia. Na se ya trace exams na jawo. Na ye the results ba na ye bebobo na ye order of merit. Obi anka wa ben anka trace exams bi anka betumi akọ number 1 number 2 no. Now that's here because you couldn't write the exams. That is how bad the situation is for the poor. And the government needed to give them a solution. Instead of getting a solution for these poor children, he was rather running adverts against the poor child. He was rather demonstrating against the poor child. That is who John Mahama, the former president, His Excellency, and his political party, that is who they are. Jamencha de. Nanado Danko Ekufuado, after 8 years of fights, 8 years of working hard and calling on the people of Ghana, say, Muntu Abamame, na Muntu Abamame, me make sure say me the free SHS bebano. Immediately oba be mu pepe and ode free senior high school ebaye. Oba be mu in fact, within the first 6 months na washa say odi free senior high school ho eduma. Mo me show ambra na Nado Danko Ekufuado announce free senior high school. Or share minister for education then. And then running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe said, Bomo na he said next time Nkola Eko school, Ghana ni biya babeko ni free. Mome he embra oya announcement no Kwapaman school. Ne yesa so hwe embra the running mate of the New Patriotic Party, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe, a launch free senior high school, e wa Adenta West African Senior Secondary School. Mome he sia ne embra.
Omampani na Nado Danko Ekufuado edi nsemi etudwa ewo Kwapaman Secondary School ebra na omudi omumfie etoso eduosia broni bekere 60th anniversary no ena omoto nsafre na Nado Danko Ekufuado na no omampani kire mu se eto oman Ghana ma enim efi September aboso ebewura mu no eyade a obi obekọ secondary school bia no ontua sika bia.
Ghana, unlike Singapore, is blessed with natural resources, and it should be easier to educate our population once we summon the courage to take the right decisions. We in the NPP have always believed that leadership is about making choices. My government has made education one of its topmost priorities. It is time to use the proceeds from our natural resources to help educate the population to drive our economic transformation. Instead of the revenues from our mineral and oil resources ending up in the hands of a few people, I am of the firm belief that the most equitable and progressive way of using these revenues is to educate and empower our population. I have said it on occasion, and it bears repeating here, to our dying shame, some Ghanaian children still never make it to the classroom. That is something that cannot and should not continue. We must ensure that every child in Ghana gets an education. The proposal made during the 2008, 2012, and 2016 elections
We have the indefatigable MP here, Honorable Boniface Aboagye, who also the Minister of State in charge of.
This morning we are gathered here in the name of arguably the most exciting, most far-reaching, and most revolutionary policy in a generation in this country. And I'm honored to stand before you to perform a role in this lunch. 6 decades ago, this country attained formal independence. The nation's founders believed in her destiny and set her on the path of progress and prosperity. Today, we take an important step on that journey. From today onwards, no child will ever be denied senior high school education simply because his or her family is unable to afford it. This is what the free SHS policy is about.
Today is a very happy day for the good people of Ghana, for the government, and for me personally. I'm here this morning.
Let's put it on record. As at Sambria, Dr. Matthew Poku Prempe Elanche Free Senior High School. Na Ghana. Akole bia oko school the term before. Na aban emano bell. Emano kutuya sa bell no. Now let's put it on record. Say wunya admission na oko school fresher. Niama mienu na school de deba. Yama u school fees bill. A okwako tuya. Yewi ani ama prospectus. A okwako tonoma. Every SHS student knows this. They are free senior high school here and say eje sa bill na beza ne de ma ono. Sa bill bi na Jomama in 2016 October, His Excellency in 2016 October, or the ma acquaintance. Any Accra High School in Kolano. Sa bill no. Na nado danko ekufado efimre obedi president ebepemone akole bie no yama ne sa bill ni bi. No child, no Ghanaian child do wako secondary school yama ne sa bill ni bi. Ye free ho. Emene ehiafo mba etumi besen efi Busa North. Ebenya admission wo Wesley Girls. No mo so omoba ba akọ Wesley Girls no be fia. Ono so etu aka se me ba ko wegehe. Ehiafo mba etumi fi wasa echi baby ebesen eba presec no matter the distance because eye free. Nti ono so to me baby na ono so wi a o se menso me ba akọ presec. Ofie chichi no aba Okwapeman school. Ono so to be ka say menso me ba Okwapeman school. Na ono so to me network with several other people. This has only been possible simply because of free senior high school. It was never, ever, ever present under John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. How did this man ever have the confidence to ever stand in front of us and tell us, honor the free senior high school by free senior high school aba you cost a few a friend say I improve the quality of education. I infrastructure yi ya expand it. Enrollment cost in college obia obenya admission bi opeso ko school bia na oko both for technical vocational education and the regular senior high school ni nyina enrollment e cost you see a friend saying labs ma school see you see projects school diner almost say ye get the fata ansa ye the sending no ebi mon kantre fie no ye man kwala ni nyina ko school omo ko school no na ye see school diner and today we have built more senior high school infrastructure than the NDC ever did in their 8 years. without leaving any child who wants to go to school at home. Yes, school dying, dormitory block, classroom blocks, dining halls, any assembly blocks, teachers bungalow. Yes, see do our secondary school system. Send their NDC abanye in 8 years. Ya no embra yenja akolebia opese oko school no yenya no ofie. It's a 1 hour pese obeko. But omo de omo say no. Ye de CNC we nyina nwie ya. Ye ma nkola no dodo na ye den enko school. Yen yesi esen omo. And at the same time you're making sure say nkola no dodo na akọ school. Esen omo. That is the biggest difference between us and the NDC. The quality of the secondary school education in terms of delivery and the content, has been protected. In college English language, 2015, Dodo pass a 45.2%, 2017, 52.2%, 2018, 46.7%, 2019, 49%, 2023, 73% of nkola ekotro exams or how much chemu ediosom miensa nkola ekotro on social no and pass in English language answer na free SHS bebe na emu eduanan num 45% pe in to me pass English and they 73% answer na free senior high school beba no na nkola to me pass science 28% pe and they almost 66.8%. Answer na free senior high school beba no na nkola to me pass mathematics e wo man we mu 32% per and they 62.23%. Answer na free senior high school beba na nkola to me pass social studies 57.4% and they 76.76%. Enti ya the free senior high school aba nkola ni nyina to me akọ school at the same time nkola ne performance esin send na free senior high school here den emba ye no. Ye ni nyina na ye fa teacher for o hwe teacher for dodo a ya form in the period that you implement free senior high school. It tells you the difference between MPP and the NDC. Yeah, you know, now you improve without leaving anybody's child at home. Omo do omo se debi eno no enfata. Nti yemo bia ntene fie, na yeme bomu ka on the street. Ni ye de pese ye ansan ya ma omo ayeden, amom kwan amomaba. Afede ya sati free SHS. Free SHS ekoso ye Ghana for budget so e kan wasem oh September free SHS beba oh September fed almost oh free SHS policy is a hoax. Free SHS populist rhetoric the same fellas kwachu fosu menyin ni say obi wo ban we mu a waka setia ehia for mbasen fellas kwachu fosu da wo hwe free SHS nsem na bebo ehia for ni nyina fellas wo mu waka setia ehia for mba a block your more success than any other politician in this country. Felix now, you born a video now say free SHS. It makes no sense, no. I feel you say it's populist rhetoric. Just say populist. Just say yeah. Add fans and you able to me yeah. The same Felix Kwacho Fosuno. I feel you able do 2019. You implemented free SHS for 2 years. Or back or say free SHS was hastily implemented. Free SHS now or say a scam. Free SHS no see to me yet. Free SHS no say nyanse bi anim. Free SHS no say a populist no. Afi de 2 years later, o say adeno kra omo pre omo ye dodo. E di eni. Mo ba ya gidi makwakoye. Enti e ho nsem bebre ye kai se munjai because omo pre mo ye the same kwachi ofusu. Spio Gabra o say free SHS lankasa kra na mo ka no. E impossible 2017 August. Enya da botu ai na mo de na mo kekei. O ba ba mu January 2017. Was say me the free SHS beba September what be that and yet possible NDC Spio Gabra Okudio to Ablakwa honorable MP for Ton or say free SHS no unsustainable won't stand the test of time ade no mugu hu fi advert sti aye almost say impossible obi an ye bida Soviet Union kwent to be aye no all of a sudden ye gusu aye afi dem say ade no kra enche ebetwem ade de begu eya do betuma aye akwachi enche bi ebegu nti ye forget Okudio to Ablakwa Okuje to na sign by BM or say MPP's free SHS will collapse education. Afede and yes say to be near BM and yes say impossible BM and yes say scam BM afede or say a big collapse Ghana secondary education. demonstrate against free SHS. NDC aspiring flag bearer. Or say Ghana for free SHS. Mun tweet ya, mun ya demonstration in tia. Spio Gabra, any former trade minister. Or say Ghana for ye demonstration. Entia free senior high school education. Because some day, your man say, yeah, may here for coin. No money is a form better than Bakumu. And Momunina ma into minya opportunity. NDC will fiercely resist free SHS. 2017. Omampeni Akufo-Addo a pound to make say first time mobile cost September you bend the free pay. Almost say there be minority leader NDC for our parliament say yampere flag bearer among instruction. Say munkutia you be resist it. Fiercely resist it say ye de moja ni e bibia ahode nyina e be kwetia ade na mpese mo ye no. That is NDC. Afede kwacho for system catch am say wakaseti ehia for my way mu esi obi afeles kwacho for so. Or say you can't use oil revenue to fund free SHS. Ade na mo say entumi ye. Ade na mo say scam. Ade na mo say ebinsi do obi entumi ye no. Afede o say ye ma mo kwan na mo mfa oil sika no enhwe ehia for mba. Ntiti ade we yi o. Ye ma mo kwan na mo mfa oman sika enhwe omanfo. Oman sika no. Ye ma mo kwan na mo mfa enhwe omanfo. That is what Kwachi Ofosu said. Afedi eko wiye no. Adena start ekoso ekoye 2019 May. NDC to sue government over free SHS cash. Ebe sue mo. Sika na mo de hwe free SHS for no. Ye mpene so. Nti ye dem be court. Ampani ampom de ye court. In a Supreme Court. Supreme Court eto case no etwe ye. Boko Central MP Honorable Ayarega e de MPP aban court. Nti for the record ebusiafo NDC SCU MPP ewo court for free SHS. NDC at the MPP court for implementing free SHS. The same NDC comes to tell you say omudo free SHS by yantuaso. Free SHS. NDC only said it was going to be difficult to implement and never against it. Mokai Spio Gabra semna mediche musisiano. Spio Gabra no kai say Ghanaians should demonstrate against it no. Spio Gabra no kai say free SHS no yentumi ye no. Afede ye free SHS e koso osi wo ade no kra no yankase ntia we never against it o. Yankase ntia na mmom no ye de kai ne say ne ye be den. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Yankase ntia niema media chebu nyina ne videos amedia bo amamu nyina yi endi sifo nya akukudo be ka cheze yankase ntia ne mo ne ye se ne ye be den. Afede ye keka kwana ye keka nsem na ye gu so a ye kana wo say oh ade ne kra senka muka senka kamo be ni se ya anka ye kra e kyerem kwan foforo ye be ye no na ade na nkasa enye se obi a we ndisi mu efisoro ebepe mo fam egu free SHS won fi mo menti da opemu na nkasa e ka fa free SHS won penny na nkasa former president Mahama kasa mo menti da ka fa free SHS won
2 billion cedis for free SHS for this academic year. If you have 2 billion more to spend on education, will you spend all of it on free SHS so that each
or say or no? Say over 2 billion aka ahia de be free senior school oka ba ku bi so minim say bi o sa billion no ho a eno brofo ne wa nti ko ka wi a nka ma hese metu a cheche mu o say we no implement free HHS on the whimsical BBB me say mo sa billion da mo sa billion ma me why.
I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS.
Enti ebusafo mutie dia NDC fo ye nyina na mutie dia NDC fo aka nyina na ebepem ne bibia free SHS akodu na se mote se Mahama si on no the free SHS buyer. How does it make you feel? Momentie dia nanu ya about a week ago mahama ni media fo share momenti de okai.
Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS.
Nah, what's your confidence? What's your confidence? Or the guy say, I launched the free SHS. Now, on one MP, some George can end some other watch some George in him. On a casa no because some George Crano when the first time Oti say NDC in a air launch free SHS. On a some George I said was a and then me papa came. What I should him, what I want to some George. Or anyone would I watch some George Shano. Yeah. I said, hey, then a papa cake. Because it is shocking. Mr. Musambo video ni bi mami. Musambo bi play the video again. Why your mama was saying one of the free SHS buying. Please play it again.
I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS. And so you can't say that we have not had any social intervention. Even let's take progressive free SHS. It's a policy, the free SHS. I launched the free SHS.
Say, wow, share media free crowd here. They themselves, they didn't see this coming. They are shocked to the bone. Say, akukudro no kra otumidi jina ho. A cast has no crampono, and a M1. Moment here, the Okai say he will not implement free HSS on the whimsical baby. No, Mr. Mombos have video. Mombos have video.
That Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already with free SHS. I'm saying that Ghana must not introduce free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Many mistakes have been made by countries in Africa already.
Nipana 2016 Oya campaign, Oya 2016 Oya campaign. Ojina 2016 campaign platform so. And all catch Ghana for you say we will not implement free SHS on the whimsical promise of a desperate politician. Ni say yeah, for free SHS mba simply because politician bia ne nia bre no say chinchina achi e so dia mampani e promise inti yenye ne enye ne china 2016 campaign 2024 in fact between 2017 bepe mo ne your mama his excellency on your mampani da between 2017 to now inti asa 2016 aye kwakoto aba na wo ka che Ghana fo nyina say you will not implement free SHS on a whimsical promise of a desperate politician. We implemented free SHS simply because Nana Kufuor and any other no say chinchina jeso your mampeni air promise no. Eba ne saying in a 2024, utumi catch Ghana for nyina say una the free SHS by in 2015. And no na menti asie no. And no na menti asie no. Obi beka na say I can't think far. How is this possible? How can we even allow this to happen? Now, essential for a core program, they asked a lot of questions. But I think Senka they should have done more. Because for you to have this man standing in front of you and glaringly lying, all trying or money in India, can see soon you do a mukakra. Now, the MS Secretary say, Nina so bako, or the back end in contemporary and say, Oko Google ye was story bi wo Google e kire say Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Mahama's free SHS is good news for Ghana. Say Nana Addo aka baby say Mahama free SHS e good news for Ghana. Ne nyina so no problem. Mama ye hade ye ba be ko school kakra. The Nana Addo headline all can new. Mahama's free SHS good news for Ghanaians. 6 March 2014. Yan kind story no. Or say the 2012 presidential candidate of the New Patriotic Party, Nana Akufo-Addo, says the president's decision to implement the free senior high school education in 2015 is good news for Ghanaians and should be welcomed by all. In an interview with an Accra-based Oman FM, Nana Addo said if the president and his National Democratic Congress now considers the free SHS education policy possible, then it is good for Ghanaians. I see it as good news to Ghanaians. Everything we politicians do is to improve the lives of the people and to benefit Ghanaians. It's good news to all of us, Ghanaians, he reiterated. 2012 presidential candidate Nana Akufo-Addo say, a binding decision, and our man Penny John Mahama decision say, Afia Edaye Nimuno. Afia Edaye Nimuno. That is 2015, not another Kasa in 2014. Sambreno, na former President Mahama, announced say, Afia Edaye Nimu 2015. Afe die, free SHS na wegu humfia kan tama say enya de papa no. Afe die, or the beba in 2015. In another so, oh, say, on your my FM na kasa na do ni o my FM na kasa so, oh, say o man penini NDC aban afe die o ma ba be hu say ade ya make 152,080 afe die e ade papa na e possible na say almost say next year 2050 om de beba dia any good news I say papa ye bom obaso. After all, politicians ye niam ye nyina na say be ma tememufo abrabo aye den akonanim. It is a yampani ampa say 2015 afia da ye nimi or the free senior high school beba dia ene me de me bom me jim friend say me som na I think say a good news. Ebusiafo mimbisa masembio anje bia in the year 2015 munya free senior high school e wo my way mo na 2016 results a friend say bill and I'm kire mu yi at what point in 2015 and of Pampeni Mahama at the free senior high school here if there is anything at all Pampeni Mahama has to come and apologize to Ghanaians and Nana Addo for lying and misleading all of us. Say Odada or mining nyina say 2015 or the free SHS beba one farmer. Now 2016 krano in Kola Eco School krano still a oma bill to the extent say 2016 in Kola Eco acquaintance. I call a friend is a cry school a day school crampona or no kase or my day school ye free no 2016 October no krano near Pamun Kola from going to write their exams because omu the school fees ka na school fees na wusu wetua momo no e ba ne sen na omu the school fees ka school fees na wusu wetua momo no e ba ne sen na wo momo bill aha na me ne journalist na ene na omampani ko hia no me no mo nya adwe se kama na nka papa yi ka se me nyina yi nka se mo bisa no questions say papa anya bia obetuma man ye beneficiary ba ko pe of free SHS na de ba ye na journalism no yes so be catch if someone say it's raining and another person says it's dry, it is not your job to quote them both. Your job is to look out the window and find out which is true. Obi be catch will say in so to now obi fufro so catch will say a form awa would dear and say ube bie empoma no na washa say eye no krese nsu oto ana efema wo one man me kan che say kofisi nsu oto ama se efema wo nti me wie madwuma. That is not journalism. They ask very, very good questions, very important questions, but they failed to probe. Inti papa no edentro enantimu ema say nye next chapter daroma enenumrei ye bie nsemu atene to a nko de 1990 sa eko na dia ya ne say some rena or catch and say or the free SHS by no na wama Accra High School for day school wama mobile na Imbo Bansi Nicholas akotua school fees na Ghana Secondary Technical School first years 12 October 2016 yama mo admission bill so mo kotua na Otu Samuel akotua furniture fees Otu Samuel akotua school fees Otu Samuel etua wase registration na GES a release fees for SHS year na ye kwakoto abana wase we real wama free SHS a year free a year before no na GES a release a friend say a fees na de ya kra ne say wo ba akọ Twitter say okwakodi agro Twitter na okodi nkoma wo ba be kodo na professor a wo ocha de o marketing at University of Ghana atro Twitter say VAR ne ye football wo say ye bobo ne ye shego ne wie sa na echinje ba na referees na ko gina ho na o mahwe no ene VAR professor na kwa ko gina ade no ho catch that watch off Twitter nyina say Mohammed's free SHS good news for Ghanaians nanado inti professor say watch nanado crowd so ekaye say Mohammed free SHS good for Ghana. This is a professor who call online na say we are innocent na say we take care we be kono because professor atronti na wakwakoji atum na we GAD one kind how the professor of the University of Ghana Business School failed to read the story to know say the story is false. The Mahama can yes and a story ne say oh promise yes how the free SHS but now say oh I feel the when we say the papa the name boy abaso one famba how the professor failed to know that it was a promise Mahama made for which reason another said it was good news and the professor thought say when you VAR be achi and I don't know that is what beats my imagination and that is the risk we all stand as a people if we don't fight this misinformation and disinformation. This is a professor spreading misinformation and disinformation, a professor of marketing spreading disinformation. Now oko Twitter nijuma odiaro no oko Twitter nijuma odiaro no or the professor na kata nanim eno di twantro or the dane nsam into obe di 16 obe di 18 no oko Twitter no nim say osua de fi professor no ha nsam a ennim no ntro ne nkontombo nko a eno de mom. But the good news is that the Gen Zs no more 2024 no they can go online, they can read. Enti embra na o twantro no na Gen Zs ni bi tro obi say format and settings man. They say oya brand e power but we say the papa ne ka no format intro na o twa no. But I say the Mahama talking, is it not the same person who had the opportunity earlier or it is a different one? The good news is that young people are seeing through the lies and fabrications of former President Mahama. And they all know, say, and yes, some no can na ebefa no hook, line, and sinker. And you may, adia bako pe, and ye beye. Aka and Trono and Mako 13 and Tro 13 in the which a media engagement. Nyame adoma kwesiada 5 p.m. so no. Ye de and Trono do one also ba be dey abeka ho. Ba answer na ye beko no. Mo de moma yentie de Ghana for ekafa free SHS no ho. Yentie de Ghana for ekafa free SHS no. Na ye de no ene betwa tro for ene. The fact tonight is that Mahama never introduced free senior high school. Mahama and free senior high school and back Ghana da. Empo the oya ene say okutia free senior high school. Emma or the MPP abai eko court for free senior high school. Na Ghana for enitua. Ghana for ehum. Mahama amfa nipa baako pa oya beneficiary of the free senior high school nembra ne yenhwe. Na nado ade ne 3 million nkwala ne nyina eba beja Independence Square. Ono so fa ne de nembra ne yenhwe say ampa hwan na wo manyimu a o benefit one impo for Mohammed's free SHS. Yes, the Ghana for a Kafa Free City High School. No.
2015, in B Yokumena admission, Yacht Motor, no mere is anima pay 1,600. In here 1,000, it's 600 and now a wahele.
14 years when I dropped out of school because I was pregnant. That was in the year 2009. I was 14 years by then. So since then, when I had my first child, I was having this desire to go back to school. But because of financial constraint, I was hawking to provide for myself and for my child. So I decided I would go back to school. So as I was preparing, I got pregnant again because I was staying with a man. So I had to drop that desire again and start all over. But along the line, I had the desire that I wanted to go back to school. And unfortunately, I got pregnant the third one. Yes. But after that, I decided I would go to school. So I left the man and I started my life. From there, I started selling to provide for myself and the children. And many people were advising me that I was brilliant, that I should go back to school. So I took the bold step and I went to so-called Aboagye MAGHS Form 2. That was 2018. And in 2019, I wrote my BEC and I passed. I was admitted in Maoli School, which was last year. I want to thank the government. I know it's not only me that is going through this, and because of the free SHS, I've come back to school. There are a lot out there. To me, it is a good thing. It is a good thing, and I thank the government. I want to become a midwife.
This young lady would have lost her future but for facing high school. So nanado eti NDC for niamo ma ye nyina maka ho asem nyina bepem ne omtie ena nka wanfa kukudro anfa free SHS amba ka this young lady, where would she be? This lady is now in the university or university utie ababa we historia and can die soon nyina ahiego ene o university or school obinya dachi papa. Why would we throw this away and bring in a president that failed completely to make provision for young people like this? I didn't hear any a very risky. Near conform and penia or kutia deal with kutia no and in close to 4 million in the beneficiaries of free senior high school. I will for the door and then many papa bikasa or send them back third one. I will rest senior high school. Now this is the first time and if you collaborate to me at secondary school. Yes, let's do everything we can to block former President Mahama from ever coming close to the presidency. Only in this one, Papa Biama Ghana for, especially here for that. And we have to do everything in our power and in our strength as a people to block him and his people from ever coming anywhere close to the presidency. Niamado na ka MPP. Esi to me. Abe brain na so na say ya say e bon ban. Mama nto aba ma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Na enepa yetumi aye no. Ombon ho ban. Na de aka ye ntumi ye no. Onfa hyehye nto akwemu. Na onfa embra. Owo gidie se ade bia ye beka ya dwene yakoma bom. Asoman no ye betumi aye. Former President Mahama enni sa gidie no. On jindi say de pese ye bia betumi aye. Yes, any man kete. And nothing that will be sending say die so one man die chen cry dem pa. Or say obeye nkuko buo kete ama mante ne mbaba. Na waton nkuko egum na nkuko no to waton nkuko no. Na nkuko ni nya wekumomo na waton. I say eduma na hye. That is how small the vision is. I believe say si enya botre ni nye gidie wo Dr. Mahmoud Baumia mu a embrepemu no obehye niama to ensure say can any be a war Ghana fan biano obetumi aye bibi na wa bra bonso akokan kwesiada ye besan so atoaso. Like I said, there is no room for propaganda, there is no room for lies, there is no room for twists and turns. Udisia ye betra utwantro edu ye beba be ka nokre no edu me ba yi ma betwato anka masem ma bo videos ma bo audio ma show screenshot to make my point and make my case. I am daring any NDC member to show me one beneficiary of the free senior high school in this country. It's a complete falsehood, complete fabrication, complete lie. Na se NDC for ampanyampa omo the free senior high school bagana nkomo green book no mo ye no nkomo mfanshim at time enye fair. Now it's an insult and a complete disrespect to the people of Ghana. Say upon all the things you did against free senior high school from as far back as 2008 abepem 2016 utuminya kukudro in 2024 trying to claim Saudi free senior high school by meanwhile 2016 kwa ye campaign krampo no na ukuti free senior high school but nyamembre enemrepa se nyame adom na ye de ahoden ebom ye de adwene akoma kabom na ye ta Dr. Mamuba Mechia ye be retire John Mahama His Excellency prekope in December 7 2024 elections makramu nyina kosieda nonum pepepe ye wo entro bebria otwaya de be sanso aka wonsem nyame hyiamo makramu
Yeah.